Okay, okay, hold on. So literally nobody asked for a continuation, but I'm making one because that was cool. That's a pretty nice cat. Let me just find uh purple hair girl because I don't even know what I'm gonna do with her. Probably gonna like curly volunteer. I know that there's one like right there, but I feel like we can get curlier, and we can get curlier. So I'm gonna make her hair into a tentacle monster. Now, squid eyes. Is that a thing that can be like implemented? Gonna try. I don't think I can pull it off though. I mean, I guess it'll be more of a stunning picture than a scary one in this case, because I mean, how can you how can you go wrong with these eyeballs? Come on, like, 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 what? So I'm just gonna shift the hue, like, screw the police. We don't need their policing. We got purple hues up in here. We got purple hues up in here. I don't really like the color green. Can I like change the screen? Like over here, come on. Let's change the screen a little, like, okay. So I mean, this is probably gonna fail. Absolutely miserably. But, oh yeah, that looks pretty enough. And now there are less traces of green. Look at me. I am the problem solver. Actually, like officially, I have solved this world's problems. Like forever. So you can just like thank me. Like, I am in God, bow down, please. Like, lick my boots. That would be appreciated here. Oh, that one's a little bit bigger. Hold on. Let me make it nice and neat. And then I'll like pin them. So, whoops, better unpin them. Oh, it'll be like, actually, it'll be in the deeper folds of her hair, where like nobody dare go. So let me just like get into that deep fold of hair, and then I'll like scale it, like just a little bit. Like, look at that. I mean, they look kind of like eggs, like squirrel eggs. I mean, not squirrel, squid. Have I been saying like squirrel this whole time? So I mean, now you've got like a nice shining pair of eyeballs. But you do want to make them a bit darker so that you can't find them just so easily. Like, you have to look a bit now. Like, you see? Like, look at that. Like, let me see if I can turn like the majority of it purple. That would help. It seems like maybe it can be a little bit more purple. So look at that. I mean, that's a pretty picture right there. I would love to be that girl. Actually, I would just like take a lock of hair, like for example, this lock. It's pretty is what I think. So I mean, I've got a nice lock of hair ready to go over our squid overlords. So we've just got a nice lock of hair. Like, that's just such a nice lock of hair. And nobody even notices that it's a little out of place, a little bit covering the squid. So let me just like, and just like twirl a few things around a bit, like just play around with ideas. Just like, never mind, that one did not work out well. No, indeed, nope, didn't work. Anyway, like, let's just grab some purple squid. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's edited. That just has to be edited. Actually, let me just I'll just edit it to make it purple. Like over here is a good squid. I don't know, wait, I need a picture so I can get my squid on. Come on, bud. Let's you wanna have a good old goody fun time. We're gonna have a good old goody fun time. Okay, never mind. Oh, that's just wonderful. You know, I mean, that's just probably the best thing I've ever experienced. Like, oh my gosh, why is it highlighting that shadow? I do not want it to highlight that shadow. Oh my gosh, that's not even similar in hue. Oh my gosh, I am going to murder somebody. So let me just love this squid for a moment. You know, talk about life. It's been pretty good so far. Random editing tip. If you don't want to look up any more Google search pictures, then don't. Just take from the existing photo, because I guarantee you'll have better results. If you want that dog's fur to be bloody, then just take a chunk of dog fur and turn it red. You don't need no fancy blood splatter. You don't need to look up that blood-stained dog picture you were looking at. Because all you have is already where you need it. Isn't that so inspiring? Like, geez. So I'm just gonna paint this beautiful, beautiful creature. A nice shade of just purple. Just full on purple. Because I mean, isn't purple a nice color? Isn't that just like the universal symbol of love, even if it is one of my least favorite colors? I still like it in certain shades, but of course there's some shades of purple that are so ugly that they make me see red. And I want to murder somebody, but I take it all out on my photo editing, so it's fine actually. Also, by the way, for those who are legitimately concerned for my mental health, that was a joke. Please learn what a joke is before commenting. Because even though I know that I edited that bloody kitten murdering a dog, it doesn't mean that I want to actually see a kitten murder a dog. I mean, actually, that'd be pretty actually cool. I mean, depending on the size of the dog. Because you see this tiny little kitten, this tiny little scrappy thing. It's just moving around, and then just hops onto the dog, takes a big chunk of its brain out, and the dog is a huge dog, like a German Shepherd, trained in defense, but this tiny kitten was able to overpower it. Even though I wouldn't get off on that or anything, even though it's pretty sick and disgusting, I would still be oh my gosh, it's terrible, but it's also kind of cool to see a tiny kitten ripping out a German Shepherd's throat, like a trained police German Shepherd. That's just, but you probably won't agree with that, and I know I would be pretty disgusted by it, but at the same time, isn't that just the coolest story to tell? I once saw a tiny little kitten rip out a huge dog's throat. Isn't that just I mean, that's an icebreaker right there. That line is going to get you so many friends. You walk up to somebody in public that you want to be friends with, the first thing that comes out of your mouth is, I saw a German Shepherd. I saw a kitten rip out a German Shepherd's throat. They're gonna want to be friends with you just to hear that story. I guarantee it. You'll be the talk of the town. just because you witnessed that happening. Like, come on, I guarantee that it will go exactly that way, and they definitely won't call you disgusting in any way. You know, won't call you sick for just randomly telling them a story about a German Shepherd being just brutally murdered by an evil kitten, just unprovoked, just murder, just straight up murder. That's just, that's definitely how it's gonna go. Like, I promise. That is how it's gonna go. And no, I do not have my fingers tied around my back. In fact, that's how it's supposed to go. I think I said that wrong. I do not have my fingers twisted behind my back. Alright, so I see where I've gone wrong in this little photo. That I've tried to copy the wrong part of it. So let me just... Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright, I see what I was doing there. They just have those little tiny wispy wisps. I know I'm spending an awful long time on these tentacles. But trust me, it's what the viewers want to see. Like, if you didn't want to see a squid, then you won't. Hold on, be right back. Be right back. I'm glad it's me, Mario. My cat wanted outside. So, wanted to go outside. So, let me just like clipping group, overlay. Oh yeah. So as I was saying, everybody's gonna love you if you tell that story. Like, oh my gosh, you're gonna be the most popular kid in the school. They're going to love you, and nobody's gonna notice the tentacles in your hair. Like, that's definitely not gonna happen. Like, is that a tentacle in your hair? No, honey. It's like this new method I've been using, like when I shower. It really brings your curls out, honey. And then they're like, oh my gosh, Susan. Teach me, Susan. And then you teach them because you are Susan. And then everybody loves you. Don't you just want to, like, believe that will happen so badly? I mean, maybe not. I mean, Susan is a horrible name. Apologies to any Susans out there. It's just so... I don't like the name. I don't particularly care for that name. Anyway, so I'm just gonna, like, add a little bit. I'm just gonna, she's just so, like, fashion. Like, I want to be her. Like, is that bad? Like, look at her. Don't you want to be her friend? So, like, hold on. I just had the greatest idea. That looks so great and, like, so natural. Like, perfect. No, this harsh white does not stand out at all. Like, it's the rest of the picture. But I'm still going to make it a darker gray. Because, I'm just give you a little tiny... okay. Rainbow, nobody cares what you have to say. Sorry, that was rude. I'll keep my rude comments to myself. So apologies, Rainbow. That tutorial is meant specifically for you, and if you don't use it in some form, like, I bet there's a way that you can use it on Pyro Attack. Like, I bet. All you have to do is try. In this cool project that I'll show you next video. Yeah, that's right, I'm making a series out of this bully it's just gonna be the way that it goes. It's gonna be the way that I roll. Anyway, like, if you tell them that story, that was, like, totally not fabricated, about the time that you saw that kitten, like, the tiny kitten, like, let's make this kitten more helpless. Like, a munchkin, newborn kitten, just flies out of its mother's womb, and, like, immediately rips the throat out of, like, the biggest dog ever to exist. And it's, like, been trained into this. Great. Anyway, goodbye. Goodbye.